BGMC. The biblical truth lives here.
The ancient Hebrew scriptures foretold of the Anointed One, Yeshua HaMashiach. The Messiah Yeshua came to call the people back to the truth of His word and to follow that righteous path. Yeshua then called Jewish men to be His disciples, and after His death and resurrection, those Jewish men told the world about the Jewish Messiah. Now, after 2,000 years, Beth Goyim Messianic Congregation has that same calling of those Jewish men, telling all people, both Jew and Gentile, about the proper ancient path, teaching the Route 66 King's Highway from Genesis through to Revelation, and how you need and can get back to the proper roots of the faith and a closer walk with God. Now, let's hear the message.
Okay, so here we are in Unit 5, and in this unit, remember that we are reviewing the Aleph Bet. Here we're going to learn or review the Ain, letter Ain. Okay, this is the last letter of the name of Yeshua. Okay, Ain is silent. So it all depends what vowel it has under or next to it. Okay. The tet, it sounds like a taf. Okay, taf is the last letter of the Aleph Bet. Let me put it bigger. Probably is better like that. So Ain again. Okay, Ain. It could be, by the modern Hebrew, it could be A, E, I, O, U. We got the 5 vowels in that. It all depends. Yeah, A, E, O, U. Okay. And the tet, that it sounds like the last letter of the Aleph Bet, that is Taf. Okay, so as you can see, it's like table. Okay, it sounds like T. So probably you are asking why we have 2 sounds of T, because we have the Taf as well. Okay, let me get a pencil 1 second. So the Tet sounds as a T. Taf as well. Taf is pretty much like this. Remember, it's at the last. Is the last letter. And the Taf, remember, is the last, but is represent also the cross. In the classic Hebrew. Okay. And remember, this is the letter that Yeshua used when in Revelation, when he says, I'm the beginning and the last, right? And the Aleph, pretty much you use the Aleph, it's like a head of the bull, right? That represent the Aleph that we know now. And the Taf. So beginning and the end, first letter and the last letter on the Aleph Bet. But the Tet is T. Okay? It pretty much looks like a snake when you see it, if you pay attention how it looks like. But it's also a vessel, right? It also could be filled. It has multiple meanings. It's also number 9, okay, in the Aleph Bet. So I probably can take a good 15 minutes, 30 minutes talking about each letter. That's probably going to be, but we don't have all that time for, because we got to be reading the Torah in a little bit. But the difference between the two T, Tav, and Tet, is also being used. At Tet is, even if it's Hebrew, is also used more in words that sounds like using T in foreign languages. For example, something that is starting, or for example, telephone. Telephone is telephone in Hebrew also, and you understand what is telephone. So they use this T. So every things that is foreign languages, they in starting with T, they're going to use this Tet, not the Tav. Okay. Also the Tav for the Ashkenazim. Also, you probably heard the family of the rabbi saying Soira. When they say Soira, it's using this Tav to say Torah. So if they say the Torah, if you heard that they say in the Zohar says, they say Torah, but they giving the T, they taking out the point, and it sounds like an S in Ashkenazim Hebrew, okay? Pretty much in Yiddish. And Ashkenazim Hebrew, at the beginning probably it sounds like a T, and at the end it sounds like S for the Ashkenazim pronunciation. So the Sephardim is going to sound as a T, the Tav, always got to sound like T, and the Sephardim in Ashkenazim it sounds T or S. All right. So Tet. Okay. Here you can see the Chet, and the Chet, okay, as you see right here, Ach, but the example that they gave is Bach, okay, Bach. I don't know how to pronounce in Sephardim the Chet, it sounds pretty much like a J in Spanish. Okay, so the J, it sounds not that hard, but it gave that soft sound of J in Spanish. But the Ach is pretty much probably those who speak Polish and what is it, German, Russian, probably understand more this CH pronunciation as ch. Okay, for us that CH doesn't make that sound, but when I see the chet, focus in chet, so chet, at the end, as you can see here, at the end of the word, when it has the a, remember that line under the word is a, okay? But remember, the Hebrew is written from right to left, and the way that we pronounce it, the consonant, is for example, in this tet, if I put a line under, it's going to say ta. Say with me, ta. If I put a point, only one point, it's going to say ti. Say ti. If I put 3 points, it doesn't look like points, but anyways. If I put the 3 points like that, it's going to say te. Say te. Okay. So what it means is like we pronounce the letter consonant first, and then the vowel under. So the combination is ta. So the letter first. In the case of the chet, at the end of the word, when you see the het and the a at the end of the word is going to pronounce the vowel first and then the consonant. So at the end, it's not going to say ha, but it's going to say ah. Okay, so you're going to say ah. All right? So first the vowel, and second the consonant. Ah, as you see right here. Ah. Okay? That's a rule. So if you are celebrating the Yom Teruah, okay, then the next feast, the next Moed is Yom Teruah. People say Hag Sameach. Hag Sameach. So you can see that this is going to be at the end of Hag Sameach, and it's not going to pronounce Had Samecha, okay? It's not Had Samecha, it's Had Sameach. Had Sameach. Very good. So, continue with this. The next consonant is the vet. And I know you already know this, but when you see it with a point, is be, bet. But if you see it without it, like here, is vet. Is vet as victory. Yep, is vet. And again, you're probably going to say, wait a minute, but the vav, the sixth letter, the vav is also a V. Okay? A lot of people go to say that is a W. But that V is, write it down like this because it's almost double V. It's like the Volkswagen, okay? It's like Volkswagen. It's like yeah. In the German, yeah. This is Volkswagen, yeah. So the vav is going to pronounce more than this v. Okay, this vet and the vav is harder. Is vet. You have to close more your lips to say this vav. So it's pretty much looks like this. All right, that's why people in America says, "Oh, wa." No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't make the oo. It makes the oo only when it's a vowel, and there have to be the point like right here. Okay, but it's not a W. It makes the oo, a vowel. Okay, so don't get confused. The vav. Okay. All right. Yud. The yud is the Y. Okay. Is the first letter of the name of the Most High. And is the first letter of the name of Yeshua. So here is the first letter of Yeshua, and this is the last letter of Yeshua. Okay. So it's a yud. Yeah. Shu, here is the vav that we were talking about with a point. Yeshu. Ah. Okay. Yeshua. And as we can see, for those that doesn't know, or only for the record, for us to enjoy this, because we know we enjoy, the yod is the number 1. The shin has 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3 points. 5, 6, and 7. Okay, Yeshua. Remember, every letter has like a kind of yod at the end. Okay, you can see a yod right here. You see the shape of the yod is in every letter. So it has the 7 yods Okay, representing the what? Representing the menorah. 7-branch menorah. Okay, Yeshua is what? Is the light, right? No doubt. All right. So Yeshua, now other name. Okay, the Lord gave Yeshua that name not because a coincidence. A coincidence, everybody. His name like that. No, it's part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Very good. And talking about plan, I don't know how to erase now. You see? It's your guy's fault. Okay, anyways. I found it. Thank you for your prayers. All right. So let's continue. After that commercial, the vowels that we're going to learn today is the A. The A is those 2 points. And of course, this book is Ashkenazim. So they got to say A, like they. So every time that they see a yod, 2 points and a yod, they got to say A. In the Ashkenazim books, like this one, they pronounce A. In the Sephardic books, once you see the 2 points and the yod, you say A only. It's not pronounced a yod. And but in the Ashkenazim, they say A. Okay? As they. And it makes sense because the yod is E, right? So A. The yod is a Y, so A, right? But if you ask an Ashkenazim, anyways, they gotta say A with this combination, and they gotta say A only with the 2 points. So if the Ashkenazim see only 2 points, not yod, they gotta say A anyways, because they make difference between that A and this A. The Sephardim doesn't make any difference. This and this, for us, is A anyways. Okay? Sometimes we say open A or close A. So it's like or A. These 2 points sometimes at the beginning of the word is A, as the Sheva. And in the middle of the word could be silent. I don't know if you remember that rule. If you don't remember, go back to the videos. Oh, yeah. All right, let's continue. Okay, here is the way to write it down for those that are learning how to write it down. It's nice to learn how to do that, okay, for you to practice. The way that I learned how to practice that, it was because it was a new language for me. Okay, this is another side of the note. I didn't grow up knowing Hebrew. I learned it. Okay, just in case people say, "Oh, he learned, he knows because he knows how to speak it before." No, I learned. Anybody can learn. As a matter of fact, every time that I teach you guys Hebrew, is me practicing. This is the way I can practice because I don't have somebody to practice with. Remember, they kicked me out from the yeshiva. Anyways, so it's okay. But the way that I teach myself this new language was also learn how to write it down, and because it was a new language, I train my left hand because Hebrew is from right to left. So I learned to use my left hand. So I don't know. I know how to write Hebrew with my right, but I know better to write Hebrew with my left hand. Because it was a new language, I said, either or. Anyways, it's gonna take me time anyway. So let me train my left arm. So I know how to write it down. So for me, it's like Spanish and English with this right hand, and then with the left, the Hebrew is. It makes sense. It makes sense to write it down. I cannot. I'm not going to dirty my hand when I write it down Hebrew because I'm using my right. Right? Yeah. Right. So.
I used to practice writing with my left hand.
Yeah. Right.
See if I could,
Yeah. It's easy.
because I lost my right hand. Now I'm just writing with
With your left. Now you're left-handed. Ta-da. So it's nice. It's nice, and then it's beautiful. You can see the shape that it has is like a combination. Even if these people consider this modern, this is not modern, everybody. This writing, even the scriptures of Ramban and Rashi, are written down like this. So if you think that this is the handwriting, a modern handwriting, this is not modern handwriting. This is it looks like what the people think, like call themselves like Paleo Hebrew. If you see, it's like a little fish, and this is the Ayin. Okay, it's like this. All right. So imagine Yeshua's name. So it's the Yod, Shu, Ah. Okay. So it's the Yod is like a little line. The Shin is like this. You see the 3 points. The Vav is going to be Vav everywhere. And the Ayin. Okay, Yeshua. So it looks fancy, huh? So practice. Practice at home. I know that you guys already make print screen of this page. So you already got this. If not, if you need the printing and the practice calligraph, I have a book that I make for you guys. It's on the page. You can download it for free. Okay? It's a page that we have for the Hebrew class, and you can practice and you can download it. Okay? It has an explanation. It also have the explanation of each letter, what it means, and everything. Right, guys? It's like what? It's like a lot of pages, right? So, anyways, if I probably gotta open the page here and or send the link for you guys. Okay, let's practice. Now that we have a couple minutes, let me see. I'm not gonna see everybody now because I closed the window to be able to see the letters here. So right here it says A. Repeat after me. A. O. E. I. E. A. O. U. A. U. A. In the other way to pronounce this letter, a classical way, it's like gonna sound like almost you closing your nose. It's like guttural sound, and you pronounce the vowel. For example, A, O, E, Ni, Ne, Ne, Mo, Mu, Ma, Mu, A. Very good. Line number 2. Al, Am, Ami, Amo, Im, Imi, Imo. Line number 3. Mi pagón, mi parón. Mi parón. Right here you can see the 2, it looks like, but this is a nun sofit, okay? Final nun, final N is longer than the vav. The vav is this one, but it doesn't trespass the line of your notebook. And the nun sofit is standing up, so it's going straight down. All right? Niparon. Omed. Omed. Right here, it looks like a reish. You can see the reish of the iparon, ron, round, iparon, the R, right, the reish. But the dalet, it has the dalet is the door. You can see the frame, door frame right here. Okay, it's like a door, dalet. Okay, and it represents the door. It sounds like a D, like a door. Omed. Omedet. Omedet. Right here, simple rule of double A. The first one, it has the accent, the fourth. Omedet. Me. So right here in this A is going to be the fourth. Omedet. Okay. Omdim. Omdim. And as you can see, this Sheva is silent. That's why I only mentioned the M sound. So Omdim. Because this Sheva is silent. When it's at the beginning, it sounds like a A. That's right. Omdot. Omdot. Okay. Continue with line number 3, the second part. Ka'as. Ka'as. And this right here, it looks like a mem, but the mem sofit is this one in the second line, the second word, You can see it's like more squared, the mem. And this one right here, this is a samech. Okay, it's an S. Ka'as. Okay, you can see it's different because it's round here. Very good. Ra. Okay. Remember this is silent. It's only take the vowel that is there. So there's no vowel there. Probably it's a Sheva. Automatically Sheva there. Okay. Probably the reality is like this. But because it's silent, it only sounds like Ra. Alright? Ra. Ra'a. Ra'a. Arba. Arba. Ima. Okay. Line number 4. Let me move a little bit. Wait 1 second. Remember this one is a vet. Vet. Okay? It's like Victor. Ve. Vo. Vi. Vei. Ve. Vu. Va. Vu. Va. Line number 5. Af. Rav. Lev. Dov. Saf. Okay, Saf. Gav. Rif. Shaf. Line number 6. Chaber. Chavera. Kelev. Ivrit. Ivrit. Erev. שבוע. שבוע. שבוע טוב. שבועות. שבועות. סבתא. סבתא. חברים. חברים. חברות. חברות. Number 7. כותב. כותב. כותבת. כותבת. אברהם. אברהם. אבינו. אבינו. אברהם אבינו. אברהם אבינו. חושב. חושב. רחוב. רחוב. 7. 7. דבר. דבר. כותבים. כותבים. Okay. And that's it for today, everybody.
Shalom, this is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman. I would personally like to thank you for tuning in to the Remnant's Call each and every week. You can listen to the full message on our website, Bgmctv.org. If you have drawn closer to the King of Kings, learned more about Him today, we are blessed. If you are blessed by these messages, please consider a donation to our ministry. You can go to our website, Bgmctv.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org, and click on the donate button. You do not have to have a PayPal account to donate. All you need is a debit card. Once again, thank you very much for listening to The Remnant's Call.
If you have not taken your first steps to be born again, just ask God's help. Remember, it's His loving grace that has come to find you. No one is worthy or able to reach God, but God can reach us, and He's reaching out to you now. Just open your heart and let Him in. His arms are open, and the blessing of salvation and eternal life are waiting for you. Don't let it wait any longer.
Ya Adonai, panavoleka vikuneka. Yisa Adonai, panavoleka vayasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord lift His face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious unto you and give you His shalom. Shalom, my name is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman, and I invite you to come to visit our congregation. If you are in the tri-state area, come out and visit with us on Shabbat. We are a congregation of Jews and Gentiles, living as one in the Messiah Yeshua. BGMC is a place of true worship. The focus never wanders from the Hebraic roots of our faith. Beth Goyim is rooted in the Word of God from Bereshit through to the book of Revelation. Messiah's strong words against man-made tradition are carefully recorded in Matthew 7. That is the reason we only follow the straight-up instructions found in Scripture, truly the way, the truth, and the life. If you're looking for a deeper walk with Adonai, come out for our Tuesday evening Bible study called Messianic Torah Time. Come, spend the day with us on any Shabbat. We start at 11 a.m. with the sound of the ancient Hebrew shofar. Next, we offer our King praise and worship in English, Hebrew, and Spanish. After worship, we review the headlines in the previous week's news from around the globe, especially news from the Holy Land, Israel. We don't just list the news headlines as current events, but we comb through the scriptures, searching for clues to understand what they mean and then to help pinpoint prophetically our current position on Adonai's clock. After digesting all that modern information, we leave the world behind as we journey with our Adonai deep into his eternal word, not with just 1 or 2 scriptures, but usually 7 or more scriptures. The spiritual nourishment and the richness of his kingdom become accessible to the ones who share this special time and seek them out. The day does not end there. Because Shabbat is so special to him, there is always so much more that our King desires to share. So instead of separating and leaving, we stay together as a family for potluck lunch and an afternoon study of our King's Word. We close the Shabbat together with the reading of the new week's parashah. That's the Torah portion. Even after those blessings, many of us just can't get enough. So the members bring prepared homemade foods to share while we all enjoy an uplifting movie together. If all that information is not quite enough, you can check out our website where you will find over 200 video teachings and biblical holy day studies. Under Messianic Torah Time, the Hebrew Roots button, you'll discover free studies on many different topics, including PowerPoint slide presentations. If Beth Goyim sounds like a place you'd love to visit, but you live outside the tri-state area, there is still a way to connect with us. We stream live on the internet on Tuesday, Thursday, and Shabbat. The website is www.bethgoyim.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org. Our phone number is 973-338-7800 or 978-2-YESHUA. That's 978, the number 2, Yeshua. Shalom.